The Filter Free Diary. Uh, it's 1:30. So I guess I'm really gonna do this and fine, whatever. So I get to tell you about a little story, a little backstory to an encounter I just had, and it's like, and yeah. Anyways, so yesterday I was taking a smoke break and heading back upstairs to keep doing the thing, and I ran into this guy in the lobby, and he was moving all his stuff from one room to another room. And it was kind of weird because he was going all the way down to the base floor instead of just going between floors. But no judging, whatever. He spoke English, and just a weird guy, just doing whatever weird thing he was doing. Didn't seem to make a lot of sense. And then earlier today, I see him down on the reception floor again. Oh yeah, we rode the elevator up together. It was weird. I see him down in the reception again, and now there is a big spider web break in the glass of the revolving door mechanism. And he's there, and his stuff is spilled. And I don't know if he caused it. I don't know if he was shocked by it. I don't even know. But his cart did look like it was coming from the direction of the revolving door. And I'll be honest, I wasn't going to try and move my cart through that door. That door is barely big enough for people to walk, and it clips at your heels. I hate revolving doors. They don't make you look fancy. Nobody likes them. They're just annoying. Anyways. So I feel bad for the guy, and I'm helping him pick up his stuff. Well, I ask him first, because some people don't want you to touch their stuff. Like, I don't want you to touch my stuff. Don't offer to help pick up my stuff if it spills, because I got to put it back in exactly the way I had it, because yes, I am organized and neurotic that way, in a positive way, but whatever. This guy wasn't. His stuff was everywhere, and the boxes were kind of broken. So I offered to help, and he's like, oh yeah, thank you. So I'm helping him pick up all his stuff, and he has things like loose pills and stuff, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? But whatever. And then I head out, and I have a smoke this morning, and I come back, and he looks like he's loading up his car, and he was kind of complaining while I was helping him pick up his stuff, and now he catches me on my way up to the elevator, and he's gonna load up more stuff with the cart. Only I don't think he really is, because his car was packed. He has this little car, and I don't think you could put anything else in it, but whatever. And it's a really slow elevator, so it's taking a really long time for the elevator to, get down. And he starts telling me this sob story about how he got a room, the TV didn't work, he told the desk, they moved him to a new room. He apparently moved all his stuff in, and then the next day said the TV didn't work again, which is so suspect. Like, not for nothing. When I was staying at that place in Greece and the sink didn't work and they moved me to a new room, the first thing I checked, the motherfucking sink. And then I checked everything else in there, because I'm thinking, oh, they're just moving me to broken shit. And nothing else was broken in that place, and I still left, because gross. That you would stick someone in a place with a broken sink and then not be able to look them in the eye because you did them so dirty. Gross. But this guy, broken TV, doesn't think to check the TV, moves all his stuff in, and then apparently the TV in that room breaks or is broken. And then they move him to a third room, and then they just magically ask him to leave. And that's his story, and he's sticking to it. And I'm telling you, it makes no sense. Just like him riding the elevator all the way down to the reception just to change rooms makes no sense. Just like going into a new room and not checking every fucking thing to make sure it's all working makes no sense. And I can't really feel sorry for this guy because I know he's admitting things and his story doesn't make sense. So I know he's lying. And I'm like, oh, that is really weird. And that's the only kinds of things I can say. It ends up making me come off very detached. And the thing is, yes, because I know you're not being honest. And if what you have to do is lie to yourself in public in front of another person, then you have really like coated your soul in some really nastiness. Like if this is a standard practice for you, then gross. I don't want to be near you. Oh, you're like rotten fruit, right? And if I get too close, I might get rotten too. And I just don't want that. I don't know how to interact with that anymore. I just think of it as gross. And I guess this episode is about gross. Because his floor was off first and he did not move. He was so engaged in talking to me, and I was trapped into the space in the back because I was getting off after him because I asked him those questions because I'm logical and I make sense. And I don't want to trap him if he needs to, whatever. But he was not logical and he did not make sense, and he did not even remember to get off at his own floor because he couldn't probably stuff any more stuff into his vehicle. Yeah, just all a bunch of bullshit and lying, and it's just all very obvious, and no thanks. Have a good afternoon.